Thank you and welcome back, my wonderful people. In Kano State, Delta State Governor Ifeanyi Okowa made a comment. He says why Peter Obi's candidacy will be issue for us in Southeast. Onto this, right in Kano, Ifeanyi Okowa was in Kano State last week with his principal, Atiku Abubakar, to welcome former governor of Kano State, Senator Ibrahim Shekaru, back to the People's Democratic Party (PDP). Do you know that Okowa later hosted selected journalists where he spoke on issues that affect his relationship with the Rivers State Governor, Nyesom Wike, oil theft in Niger Delta, and Peter Obi's incursion, among other issues. Based on this, a question was asked: so many people in the Southeast have seen your emergence as the vice presidential candidate of the People's Democratic Party as a betrayal of the collective agenda. Do you see it this way? Okowa said that his emergence is an act of God, and he said he give God the glory. Secondly, whatever debate on issues on comments people have made, he said it is politics. All that went on was just politics. He continued to say that he do not have or believe that any of them will say that he is qualified to be, because if you go on that trajectory that he have reached track reward in governance. Add to this, with Peter Obi's growing strength, especially in the southeast and south-south, what can PDP be expecting of you as his vice presidential candidate? Okowa in the southeast said it was definitely be of an issue for us because of the sentiments that are coming. He said that he knows that the PDP has a strong root in the southeast, and he said he knows the contest in the southeast will be between the PDP and the Labour Party. He continued to say, as I quote, "We will wish that Peter Obi is not in the race, but since he is in the race, he will be a competition between two parties in the southeast, not in the PDP, but in the APC, I beg your pardon, but in the PDP and Labour Party." Alright, Kashim Shati, the vice presidential candidate of the APC, was reported to have said if they are elected, he will be in charge of security, while the presidential candidate will be in charge of economy. Is this a kind of power function sharing arrangement on the ground between you and Atiku Abubakar? Well, Okowa said that he believes that the presidency is a team and is a team. He further said that he will complement each other. The president is the boss and the vice president will assist him. But it is not for the two of us. It is going to be a team of governance. Being specified or specific and going by the constitution, if the vice president, he said, is going to take charge of security, he is going to preside over the Security Council at the federal level. Okowa continued to say that he don't understand that because there is a commander-in-chief. It is a survival of position. The vice president can offer advice. He said that I will find it abused to speak about taking charge. Possibly, the Tinubu and Shatima have agreed that Shatima is going to be the commander-in-chief. Okay? On the issue of economy, it is actually teamwork. Okowa continued to say, as he explained, that the president will provide leadership supported by the vice president, but there is an economic team that will be right on the ground to deal with issues, and beyond the economic team, we will know that the importance of the organized private sector in moving the nation forward, and we will leverage on that with the president or with the presided provision leadership. That is where we stand. Okowa further said that it is what is right for this nation, and that is what Atiku Abubakar will bring. And a lot of question was asked by the journalist. You are a medical doctor, and Nigeria is currently but will brain drain in the south, in the health sector like never before. How will you see your experience to address this? Okowa then said there is a general cross or loss of confidence considering the health personnel. It is not just doctors, not even nurses are moving in droves now, and it is a major problem. It is a creation of a multi publicity of factors. Okowa further said that the welfare of the workers is important. We have had this review of salaries, but unfortunately the naira has continued to depreciate, and it has depreciated to some level that the amount of money you receive now appears to be much less than what it ought to be, because the buying power is grossly reduced. So Okowa further said that when people know they can earn in dollars or euros, you find there is a tendency for them to want to go to greener pastures. And to this, job satisfaction is also there. But the driving force now is the devalued naira, which makes their earning power much less than what it ought to be. Meanwhile, it is going to be a question of reworking the economy in such a manner that you begin to see an important and improvement in the value of naira. Based on this is going to take some time, Okowa said, and we will be partnering with the state government to keep anyone focused that we are in a process where we are truly able to improve on the health sector and all other sectors. Meanwhile, and when the value of naira improve, he said we can begin to find a reversal of what goes on. And based on ASU strike, a lot of questions was asked. As the ASU strike has continued to linger for months now, do you have a blueprint to address this recurring ASU federal government force off? Okowa said, we must decide what we want to do. If you want to give importance to education because it is important, that is the only way we can secure our future. We must pay a lot of attention to it. He further said, in our relationship with ASU and all other unions, it must be such that you truly bring them to the round table. You don't wait until a crisis situation has come. You sit down and analyze situations with them and make promises you know you can keep. Once you distort the level of trust, it becomes difficult for them to trust you again. Based on this, we must be ready to discuss with the labor union on the basis of truth and make them realize that what is durable and what is doable. It is quite important that we pay attention to what or to that, but we must make it a priority to educate our people and to provide all that is needed to be able to provide quality education for our children. Okowa further said that they are the today and future of our nation. We cannot destroy the foundation of the education of our children because you would have destroyed the nation totally. He further said that in my state, in Delta, we pay special attention to education and it is very important to us. Alright, based on this, PDP came on board on a more or less national party with the posture of a political sector going into the election. How is the party hoping to regain your national outlook to regain power? Alright, when a party has stayed for long, 16 years, Okowa said, you see that a lot of people want to try something new, and then because of a lot of disagreement being to get into the party, and that was where we found ourselves in 2015, as he quoted, because of several issues we lost the election because Nigeria wanted a change. But 7 years plus now down this line, he said that he is sure nobody had expected Nigeria to be where we are today. This is a real issue, Okowa said. But the truth has been that as of 2015, they lost, and 2019 they also lost, and they had not stopped the PDP from being a national party. Meanwhile, we have mentioned and remained very relevant in every state in Nigeria. I believe we are pushing and bouncing back. They had to bounce back, and we saw it in Osun State. Using it as a case study, Okowa, a lot of reaction from people based on what he have said. He said that it is what we saw in Osun State. A lot of things are going on even in Ogun State. A few days ago, if you go to Ondo State, you can find the real strength in the PDP. The issue is that even in the Southwest, where the APC candidate is from, we can see PDP sprinkling up with great strength. Okowa further said, if you can come to the north, where we lost a lot of ground, you can see a lot of strength being built. In Katsina, using it as a case study, in Katsina State, a few days ago, we saw massive defection into PDP. Just a few days ago, we received the former Kano State Governor, Senator Ibrahim Shakaru, who even decided to abandon his senatorial ticket. All right, my wonderful people, based on this, the truth is that there are some people who are thinking about Nigeria at the moment, and if you want, or if we are on the path of rescue, we must identify a vehicle that will take you on the path, and PDP is the only vehicle that can truly take us on that path. While that is coming out from the desk of Okowa, there's no geographical or geopolitical zone where we don't have strength. Nowhere, he said, that we will not compete favorably. Some other parties may just be holding onto clusters of states, but PDP, he said, is going to compete reasonably well in every state. So that national outlook is there. People are beginning to realize the mistakes of 2015 and beginning to go back on track. Well, if they go back to the track, then is a good step. But meanwhile, your emergence as a running mate no doubt generated bad blood, and it is expected that by now, Okowa, you should have been reaching out to aggrieved stakeholders in the South. Meanwhile, we have not seen you in Port Harcourt, for instance, or neither have we seen Governor Nyesom Wike in Asaba. What is the situation at the moment? Okay, all right, my wonderful people. Okowa further said that my emergence and the crisis about it is all about politics, and in a competition, a lot of people will be qualified, and a lot of us we are eminently qualified, but he said that it happened to be chosen, and I think he said it is God's grace. In the South, I am in touch with all my colleagues at a party, and as a family, we are all taking with Governor. We are taking with Governor Wike, and we are also taking processes as well. It is being led by our presidential candidates because he is the leader, and we believe that there is. And that is the best option so far. And I think he said that sooner than later we will be able to have the issues resolved. Okowa further said that he don't think the issues are much. It is no longer about the vice president because it is a close matter. But he said that he believes that there are a few other questions that need to be answered. Okowa further said that it is normal process and part of politics. Meanwhile, there are reasonable and reassurance that need to be made, and I believe he said that that is on the table. It is being discussed. If in a political party, everything just goes on smoothly, then that can't be political party. His father said that family that is in large place, a large family of this kind of PDP will have some things to settle, some things to iron out. You will definitely have issues when trying to divide things. Of course, there are so many people interested. I'm sure that there were some political parties, even some of those you mentioned earlier. Okowa said they were busy dangling their vice presidential ticket and they don't find any credible person to pick. Well, that has been the talk of the day, my wonderful people. And the question was asked also, the oil theft in the Niger Delta is something that has gained authority, and will the Atiku Okowa government do it to stem the tide? He then said that I think it is something that we all need to be worried about because we have gotten into a situation where we cannot meet with our quota. Well, that has been the talk of the day, my wonderful people. A lot of people have reacted. The truth has been that, can you see human, okay? Anyone is up to say whatever I want to say, but keep your comments straight. The truth is that we have to talk about these ways of a drowning man. Okay, let's say you forget southeast and south. Let's say a whole farm presidential ticket. Well, my wonderful people, Obi has taken over your village, and you are here talking about southeast. The other day, you appointed a youth into your cabinet, but he rejected the job, telling you he is obedient. Is that not a big lesson already? That has been the talk of the day, my wonderful people. What more are we going to say? Well, let me have your take on this matter. Remember to send them, and then, to tap on the subscription button for more updates. Thanks, and God bless.